Welcome to the Victory Formation Lounge Podcast, a pro football concentrated podcast that discusses NFL games week to week.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Victory Formation Lounge Podcast. The playoffs is around the corner. Week 14 just wrapped up. We're going into week 15, and the wild card is completely unpredictable at this point. But before we get into that, some great games that just passed this weekend. Great games. We have a special guest on here today. I don't even know where to start. But I guess we can start with the elephant in the room, or we might just wait till Kwaku tunes in. I don't know how y'all feel. But before we even get into that, I'm Tony. I'm here with the Indianapolis Colts. Took an L this weekend, a big L. I'll get into that later. Let's go around.
John, and we didn't lose last week. Although we should have, because we got the number 4 spot right now.
True.
Minos with the Niners, the team that always gets under DK Metcalf's skin.
Ebo with William boys.
Side Patriots.
Hey, and let's introduce Kwaku because apparently he's got a sideline band just like Big Dom. Since he
I like that. I see what you did there.
He over there eating some cutlets. Deli around the block.
I see what you did there.
He sleeps with the fishes.
He's in the mud right now.
Like catfish.
I guess we could jump right into that, right? And if he decides to tune in, we can have his take on why his team fumbled that game, or wasn't even really that close to begin with to fumble it.
His team didn't really fumble it, Jalen. I mean, we don't even have to call it a fumble no more. We can just call it the Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts. It hurts bad, indeed. But yeah,
I like it. It was a good game.
The Stars were way above the Bird Gang. They flew way above the Bird Gang, and we have a Cowboys representative here. He definitely predicted this the last time he was on this show, that they will split in Dallas. And here we go. Abel, why don't you give us a...
I think we were all on this split.
We always split. I mean, the last few years we've been splitting. But I knew they were going to get an ass whooping this time.
Well, this was the first year in a while that both teams have been healthy for both games.
That's true.
Yes, true.
Especially the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I don't think that both teams are healthy, but the quarterback's at least there.
Vander Esch is certainly not fucking healthy.
Jeez, yeah. After the Niners game, you guys took him out. He might have to retire.
I wonder how Shaq Leonard feels now.
Oh yeah, I know, right? He's probably like, I should have signed with the other team.
Should have signed with the Star, huh?
He should have signed with the Niners.
Were you guys
How many more players do you guys need? Like,
all of them.
Were you guys interested?
We're all starting to get hurt now. Shit.
Were you interested in him at all?
No.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, take the wheel, Ibo.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about the game other than the Eagles didn't show up. I expected a fight, especially after what the Niners did to them, and it's Cowboys. I'm like, come on,
Niners showed the way.
Show me something. Show me some passion, some fight. So that
Niners showed the way on how to beat the Eagles.
So that I have some hope when you guys play the Niners. At least you can take them out before I play. I play the Eagles.
I got a question. Kwaku's not here to answer this, but can you guys tell me why aren't they using DeAndre Swift? Because you could see earlier in the season when they were using him, it opened things up for Hurts to make plays, to Brown, to Skinny Batman gets the ball on the other side. Why are they using him? Like, obviously, y'all...
I 100% agree with you. John, I 100%
They're not running the ball like they did last year at all.
Dallas has y'all run defense is not as good as obviously the secondary. So you're a little susceptible to the run. Why wouldn't they use DeAndre Swift against you? In the first game, they probably
they saw the Seahawks game and they saw what DK and them boys were doing to us in the past game. So they're like, "Hey, AJ Brown, it's your time to eat."
AJ did have a good game.
But Gilly was like, "What? You called me old? Okay."
Yeah,
he did play him well, but to be fair, I mean, it's not like
he had the numbers, but
yeah,
Gilly got the fumble, got the stops. Yeah,
you have to work for those numbers. Yeah. He should have known better. Because
I know. Well, why would you go after Gilly like that?
Because Gilly had consistent. When he's healthy, he's been consistent in this league.
Was surprised. I've never seen him that passionate in a game like that before. He was into the game.
He was. He very much was.
But yeah, I mean, Dak played all right. It wasn't one of his best games this year. And we still put up 33, so imagine. But we found ourselves a kicker.
Yo, man, I am not gonna lie, man. Whenever I watch kickers being successful and being former soccer players, I get a little half chubby with it, man. Like it turns me on a little bit.
Ebony or teak?
What?
You said chubby, so I asked what kind of wood it was. Ebony or teak?
Walnut.
That's enough.
No, but Minos, you remember last year when our kicker couldn't even hit anything? He kept just
couldn't even hit extra points, man. And now this dude, he's like, oh, y'all need a kick from 98 yards?
I know, right?
You had Nick Folk last year, Evo?
No, they had Maher.
Brett Maher. Yeah.
No, but check this out. So the commentators were sitting there cracking up about how consistently your kicker hits the fucking goalpost on kickoffs.
I know.
So he's over there playing crossbar off the kickoff from 70 yards away.
Rookie, right?
Nah, yeah, he's a rookie. He barely didn't even make the roster.
Yo, he won a national championship playing for Notre Dame, was a first-round pick in the MLS Super Draft.
Yeah.
And then when he was like, I make more money as a software engineer, let me get out of the MLS. Then he decided, I can kick better than these guys. And so he did.
It's very interesting, actually. It is.
It is. But the one part that impressed me was our run game. Because I'm like, the Eagles have good D tackles. So I'm like, we're not going to be running in between the tackles. But hey, McCarthy was like, yep, we're going to be running in between the tackles. It wasn't spectacular, but I see signs of life with the run game. So that's especially for December and January football. Defense was lights out. Held the Eagles to 6 points.
I was impressed. I was actually impressed.
Parsons with the flu game. He bull rushed Lane Johnson. Lane Johnson had help, and he still grabbed Hurts with one hand. I was like, that was insane.
To be fair, though, the Eagles did do a decent job against the run because I see like you averaging like just under 4 yards a carry, which is not too.
Yeah, 4.3 for Tony Pollard, and I think Rico had 4 point something.
Nah, it's actually less. Tony Pollard was 3.7. Overall, it was inflated because Turpin had a 22-yard run. But in general, each back was averaging like 3.7, 3.8, which is solid, which is decent.
I mean, the first few quarters, they were stopping, but third quarter, we were getting some 4 yards a chunk.
Okay.
So it did help out a bit.
Got you. But,
yeah.
Ferguson had some big plays too.
Ferguson is nice.
Yeah.
I liked him when he was a rookie. I didn't mind letting Schultz go.
He had some flashes of like George Kittle yesterday, or should I say?
Yeah, he has a few screws loose.
Yeah, that old school tight end that like invites contact. I saw glimpses of that. Yeah.
Nah, he's a nice.
Yeah. No. Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool.
I was looking forward to seeing what Kwaku had to say. You know, all year they've been getting by. You know, we find ways to win.
See him on the chat. He's complaining and making excuses.
Yeah, he's been complaining all week. He has been complaining all week.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
The refs.
And then when I start saying too much, he does the meme where the guy's like, "Wow, look." I don't know if he's taking a shot at me or if I don't know who that guy is, but it's funny.
Yeah. So wait, currently speaking, what is the division standings?
We're first place in the division, but if we win out and Eagles win out, Eagles get the division.
Yeah.
Why?
Because the Cowboys have more losses in the NFC.
In NFC, that Arizona game comes back to bite us in the butt.
But you know what's funny? All of a sudden, that game against the Giants, it's not easy anymore. I feel like they've got a new
cutlets.
The mob has arrived.
Tommy D.
The mob has arrived.
Hey, yo, he was NFC Player of the Week, Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, like
Zach
those
Wilson.
kind of like little. I mean, I'm not saying they're a good team or by any standard, but like those little things.
It's still a division game, right?
They get They give the team a little bit of belief and momentum going into like certain games. So like, it's still a game that they should win. You played them twice already, right, Abel? Or you still play them?
Yeah, no, we're done with them.
Yeah, so like, the Eagles should still beat them, but just because
if you play around with them,
it's inspiration now behind the mobster. You never know.
And they still have the Seahawks, but I don't know with the Seahawks if Gino's going to play or not.
Yeah, I don't know which Gino we're going to get. So
and then the Niners have the Ravens. So
yeah. All of a sudden, it's looking kind of wavy.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been a great season of like ups and downs for real.
We're starting to get injured now.
I think the only team that doesn't care if they don't get the number 1 seed are the Niners. We'll go to Philly. We'll go to Dallas with our boombox.
It don't matter. It don't matter. The way they play, it doesn't matter.
Like, we're coming to your crib with the boombox. It don't matter.
Yep.
Trent Williams is here to fuck your shit up.
Them, and then in the AFC, I think is Baltimore. Baltimore is like built like that too. Like, I don't give a fuck. I know Baltimore is more than likely going to win the AFC at this range, but if they don't, I don't think that matters.
Oh, that was pretty cool.
As long as they're not banged up going in, I don't think that matters given the style of play that they play. Like, they and the Niners, their style of football is great for the playoffs. So, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, you were talking about you're banged up. Like, how many players are you gonna lose? What are we talking about here?
Yeah, who's injured?
Yeah,
on our team.
Yeah,
Tarvarius Ward has a groin. Javon Hargrave has a groin.
Armstead.
Javon Hargrave.
Is Armstead back?
Armstead's out too.
You're playing the Cardinals. Come on.
I hear you.
Y'all lost to the Cardinals. Come on.
I miss you guys.
Anyway. Let's move around to some of these other games. Sai, what's going on with y'all? Who y'all played this week? I think you won, right?
This week we played the Chiefs, but last week we played the Thursday night game. We played Pittsburgh. That's right.
Yeah. How do you feel about that? And then also the rumor that Belichick is on his way out next year. How does that make you feel? Like, let's start with the game first, and we'll go into.
Okay, the game first. What's it called? The New England. They finally snapped out of their drought that they've been having, and they did it with the help of Bailey Zappi and Ezekiel Elliott. But the biggest surprise of the game for me was really Zappi's performance, especially the first half where he got the Patriots to 21-3. I have not seen that in a minute. And he got the lead by throwing 3 touchdown passes, 2 of which went to Hunter Henry. The offense got some huge help from Ezekiel Elliott, who totaled 160 yards and a touchdown on 29 touches. This is some of the best the Patriots have played all season. I mean, it's not going to make a difference in the end, but it's still a morale booster. But as for the Steelers, though, it was a complete, total fucking disaster for them. I mean, they looked like they forgot that a game was actually being played on Thursday night. I mean, in the second half alone, their defense just got gashed up by 21 points by my team, a Patriots team that hasn't scored 21 points in the past 3 games combined. Yeah, even though the defense looked good. Yeah, they haven't. It's true. But what's it called? The
only thing swallowing over here is Kwaku, who's
we
afraid
need you to chime in, Kwaku. You can't be just here leaving comments.
Yeah.
We need you in this. We need you to defend your team, bro. Come on, bro.
Yeah, so as for the game itself, I was pleased. I mean, this is the best they played all season. And as for the rumors about Bill Belichick's departure next season, I've heard other rumors today too. Like after the Colts game in Germany, that's when Bob Kraft made up his mind and said,
there he is.
Belichick. But I say he needs to have a talk with Belichick first to see what he actually wants. If he wants to leave or he wants to stay. If he wants to leave, fine, because we need to destroy and rebuild.
How you feel about that, Si? Personally,
at this point, I've been resigned all season. So at this point, I'm just like, if he wants to bounce, okay, because we need a whole new structure starting from the coaching staff downward.
Are there any favorites as far as coaches, or would you rather just wait to see what GM you get and then based on the GM?
I'd rather see the GM. The GM is what matters to me right now because the GM is the one that makes some draft picks. And we need a GM in there that has experience who can get us. Because at this point, we'll most likely have like a top 3 draft pick at this point, and we need to use that in order to get Caleb Williams. We need a GM who actually understands that. Because Belichick, he's gotten his offensive players over the years. He's gotten busts like N'Keal Harry and Tyquan Thornton, and he's gotten them over the likes of people like AJ Brown or George Pickens.
Yeah. Well, Pickens is he's one of those that he has to be under the right coaching. Yeah. Otherwise, he's gonna be like a Antonio Brown type of guy. He's one of the loose head cases.
It sounds like there's a behavioral issue because Mike Tomlin said something about his behavior.
That's why we didn't draft him because he has like a history of like weird behavior issues.
He's a head case
because he was like quietly kept. Like a first round talent, like first round into second round talent, but because of his behavioral issues in college, a lot of teams stayed clear of him. So
did you see what Roethlisberger said today? Roethlisberger on his podcast was just kind of like he kind of feels like the Steelers way. I don't know, walking his head.
Okay. Dre.
All right. Hey, man. Everybody's entitled to their opinion.
When you play them, Minos, is it this week or next?
He has a point, man. Christmas
man, that sounds like Rex.
It probably is.
Burner account.
Burner account.
Oh, you coming out?
Let's go Ravens. Yeah.
Hey, let's go Ravens.
Let's get your
little on the burner account.
Birds ass out of here.
Yo, he's taking tips
Worry
from
about
KD.
the Falcons and the Buccaneers.
You guys don't know
and
the little
49ers.
birds. Little birds.
The NFC Championship game with the 49ers. Go sit somewhere.
Where? When was it?
Oh, it's coming again. Repeat. 3 minutes.
Kwaku, how do you feel about that game?
In the Bay Area, man. Come on. We're coming.
We're going to go back to that game. How did you feel about that game, bro?
What about which game?
The one y'all lost.
The one we lost. Oh, that one.
Hold on. He's got a pick out of the last 2 weeks.
Okay, that's
listen. I'm just gonna be. There's 2 types of Eagle fans. I'm gonna be realistic, and I'm probably gonna go after Abel, the Cowboys fan, not Abel the person. Honestly, the defense played terrible. Like seriously, I mean, I think I get where they're coming from when they say they're predictable. The back end was just terrible. I mean, the thing is, the blame goes in all directions. I say 50% of the blame is on the players, 30% of the blame is on the coaching, and the 20% is on the zebra man. You know, I mean, zebra, there were a lot of penalties that were left off the table. But I think overall, the defense was playing like hands off. Like, you know, like there was no motivation. I get where D-Law was talking about. Where he was coming from when he says like they punch us in the mouth. They did punch us in the mouth. It's something I didn't expect. I mean, it really, outside of those field goals, we probably had 3 or 4 drives that could have been touchdowns, but they all ended up in fumbles. Jalen fumbled, AJ fumbled, and these were all in the Cowboys' 30-yard line. So I'm like, yo, what the heck is this? So it's just a lot of discipline. Cowboys came to play. I mean, Mike McCarthy is good at scheming. I'm not going to lie. DQ is good. He'll be a fool not to take a head coaching job when it's all said and done.
Hey, don't be getting rid of my DC.
He's gone, bro. Somebody even told me about Al Harris. He's gone. He'd be stupid not to stay.
He might be going to San Diego. To play.
Belichick is going to San Diego. He's taking Josh McDaniels with him. Mark it. I said
San Diego better get an offensive coach.
They're gonna get Belichick, and Josh McDaniels is gonna be the DC, but the OC. But anyway, I mean, I think honestly, this is a rude awakening for us. I feel confident. Honestly, I don't think we need the number 1 seed. Honestly, I think San Fran can have that, but definitely the division. The division, it's on us. It's on us to go for it. Because at the end of the day, even if we have the same record as the Cowboys, we still win the division. Our schedule is easier. Their schedule is going to get crazy.
I was saying, all of a sudden, that Giants game is not as easy, even though you're still.
No, it's not. I mean, DeVito or Davido or whatever his name
is.
Cutlets. Dude is his mom is making cutlets for him on Christmas Day. He's probably gonna be balling. He better bring some to Hassan because Hassan gonna be chasing him for them cutlets. But yeah, it's not gonna be a walk in the park because DeVito is probably playing for a job next year. Honestly, Danny Dimes, I feel bad for him. They're trying to play spoiler.
Neither. He's got 40.
Arizona. What?
Danny Dimes got $40 million. I don't feel bad for shit.
I mean, the thing is, it's going to be hard to trade him, but he's going to get beat out. And my thing is this: not only that, Arizona, Kyler Murray is trying to play for a job next year too, because his replacement is probably going to get drafted. And the Seahawks too have lost 4 games in a row, so I'm not even sleeping on them. And we haven't won a game in Seattle since 2008. So I still like our chances. If these guys buckle up and make changes and do the motion and all that stuff, I can see us going further. But shout out to the Cowboys. Like I said before, Falcons may not be able to handle y'all, but it looks like you're going to go to Seattle after that game, and we'll probably won't see you till next year. So, ciao. Good luck.
You never know, man. You never fucking know.
Who you guys play next week? Who you guys play next week? Quickly.
The week, man.
We're Seattle on Monday night. We're playing Seattle.
And Abel, who do you guys play?
We're going to Buffalo.
You look at the way he said it. It's like, oh shit, yeah. Buffalo's trying to make it to the playoffs, and you're playing them at home.
Bro, everyone we've been playing is trying to make it to the playoffs.
Buffalo is Buffalo.
Seattle was trying to make it to the playoffs. You saw how they came at us.
Yeah, they did. They played y'all well. They played y'all hard. We just couldn't get the damn ball.
So both of you have some difficult games this week. Should be interesting. Both of you teams.
So man, I don't think the Eagles have any more difficult games. The Seahawks look like shit. They're a head case. I mean, all you really got to do is sit there and like do some weird sign language to DK, and he fucking blows up and wants to fight everybody.
I mean, we have a similar one in the Eagles, and they happen to be very good friends, college teammates. AJ Brown is the same thing.
Yeah, Eagles got this one. Eagles.
I think it depends on the quarterback though. If it's lock? If it's lock, Eagles got out. But if it's Geno,
even if it's Geno, Eagles got it. Geno, it's easy to get Geno, man.
Geno has been writing back all year. Motherfucker's been writing a thesis.
Hey, I mean, he came out, so I ain't gonna put no dirt on his name.
but they run the ball hard against y'all. The thing is, they established the run.
Yeah, I mean, Kenneth Walker's back now, right?
He should be.
Yeah,
he should be back, but he's not. I don't think he's 100%, but he should be back now. I mean, nobody's 100% at this stage.
Sai, since you guys, who you guys play this week? Since you spoke about your game.
The Chiefs, and let's see if Patrick Mahomes whined during this game. Yes, that's been the talk of the week. Patrick Mahomes' meltdown.
Did we talk about that? Yeah.
No, we haven't talked about that yet.
Okay. They got some.
We'll get to that game. Well, the reason why I asked size because we spoke before you came in quicker. We talked about the Patriots game.
Yeah, for our remainder of our season, though, it's like I don't see us winning most of the games except for maybe the one against the Jets. That's our last game. We got Chiefs, Broncos, Bills, and then Jets.
Okay.
Yeah, Caleb Williams.
Yeah, that's why I said earlier we need to get him during the draft
because it's likely the North Carolina quarterback might go number 1 if Chicago picks a quarterback.
Then we have to lose the rest of our games.
Drake Mays,
quarterback. Yeah,
Drake Mays.
Yeah.
Drake Mays is a good quarterback, and so does the quarterback from LSU. He's also
LSU. Yeah, they talking about him going to. Is it the Giants? The last mock draft I saw from Mel Kiper, I think they had him going to the.
Man, Mel Kiper's a joke.
Yeah, he's a joke. Dude, yeah, Todd McShay was better, but man, that's the only person we have now.
Mel Kiper's a joke. Yeah. He's just living off his name because he's been there. He's been there like 10 years. He's been there for a minute, but he's not
locked up.
Exactly. We'll jump into my game. We got destroyed by the Bengals, 34-14, and I watched the game. I know they went off to a quick start. I think it was at one point 14-0 or something, and then we came back to tie it 14-14. But the reality of that game is our defense just didn't show up, one. And I'm going to admit it. The reality is if we get into the playoffs, I expect our first game in the playoffs to be something like this. Because the only reason why we're getting into the playoffs, if we do get into the playoffs, is because we're a pretty good well-coached team. That has a favorable schedule, but in reality, the quarterback play has been abysmal. And if Jonathan Taylor is available there, I mean, it helps.
When is he available?
What was that?
When is he coming back?
This week. It's not this week. It's probably the week after, if anything.
He will come back next year for another team.
Zach Moss is banged up. That's the problem right now. Zach
Moss is also banged up?
He's banged up. He's not like injured, but he's banged up, which you can actually see it in his play now. The wear and tear of the year has kind of starting to catch up to him. But
do you guys play Houston 2 in the next 3 weeks?
We played them in the finale, last game of the year.
Okay.
So that might end up being flexed depending on where both teams are.
Where was the Colts defense on this one?
Yeah,
Jake Brown?
Yeah, no.
MIA nowhere to be found.
This is the thing what's his face? Our defensive coordinator. Why is his name hitting a blank right now? Used to be the coach of the Raiders. Used to one of the blueprints of the
Tom Cable. You Tom Cable?
No.
I know
He was also one of the guys from Legion of Boom. They're actually the original Legion before Dan Quinn took over.
I know.
Yeah.
He used to be the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jaguars, yeah.
Yeah.
Doug Morrell?
Yeah, him.
Who?
Gus Bradley?
Gus Bradley. There you go. I'm still on the fence about Gus Bradley, dog, because he played prevent the whole game to avoid big plays. But what ended up happening is there was so much space underneath. So all Browning had to do was check downs, screen passes, and it was there for them because everybody was lined up way behind. And I guess that's not his fault in entirety because our secondary is banged up, one, and our secondary is full of like rookies. Like the outside of Kenny Moore, everybody else is pretty much a rookie. A 7th rounder here, an undrafted rookie here. So that's not an excuse, but like some of his play calling is skeptical to me, and I think he doesn't do enough adjustments. So if the pass rush doesn't get to the quarterback quick enough, then it becomes an issue. And I know our defense has been playing really well this year, but at the same time, the kind of quarterbacks we've been playing leading to the stretch haven't been like top tier quarterbacks, right? So some of the defensive play could be deceiving as far as the pass rush. So we'll find out as the year goes. But the defense clearly has been part of the reason why we've won some of these games, part of the reason why we are in the playoff hunt to begin with. But I honestly, truthfully believe that if we do get in the playoffs, a lot of what happened with the Bengals will happen in the playoffs because we're going to be playing superior teams. And I don't think Gardner Minshew is the guy for that. If we had Anthony Richardson, I think that would be different because he opens up so much more in the offense. He has just so much more ability, pocket awareness as a rookie than Gardner Minshew. And also we need Jonathan Taylor. Like that goes without saying. With Jonathan Taylor, there'll be a lot more people like Michael Pittman, who was actually having a really good year. Alec Pierce would have some deep openings one-on-one. And, the passing game opens a lot more when Jonathan Taylor's there because he's a threat, to take it to the house every time or have a big play. So, yeah, our division one and our playoff appearance highly depends on him. But I'm not too optimistic about doing anything in the playoffs. If anything, I'll take it as an encouragement for the team going into next year. But yeah, we play the Steelers this week, so I think that's a bit easier than the Bengals, especially since TJ Watt is out, and then I think somebody else. Who else is out? Somebody else is out that is major for them.
I think it's likely their quarterback is out. The quarterback might be out.
Yeah,
I don't know who's worse. Speaking of Trubisky, so it doesn't even matter.
Mason Rudolph might start.
Yeah.
Who?
Mason Rudolph might be starting.
Oh, Rudolph.
Trubisky might be out.
They're all garbage, but I think it's somebody else. It's not.
There's a guy on Najee might also be injured.
Who?
Najee Harris. I think
yes, it's Harris. It's Najee Harris. Najee Harris, and then T.J. Watt. I think are out. So that should bode well. If we can't beat them without those two, man, they should hang it up, dog. They should hang it up and hope for Anthony Richardson a safe return during the offseason. But yeah, the division is wide open. Jacksonville is dropping games. They play the Ravens. I expect them to lose to the Ravens. But you never know. Stranger things that happen in this NFL. So also. I think Houston might be missing Nico Collins because he has a tissue injury, which is huge. So we'll see.
And CJ's in concussion protocol, right?
Exactly. So I'm enjoying how this is winding down as far as the division goes. And I have a feeling it's going to go down to week 17 to find out the line, the standings of our division and who makes it.
Every single year, it always comes down to I feel like the last.
Yeah. And surprisingly, this year we have 3 teams contending to make to the playoffs because we're usually the laughingstock of the AFC. But this year we're kind of, and I also attribute that. I'm not here trying to say we're like the real deal. I think a lot of it is also because of strength of schedule. That's kind of brought us into this picture. But you can only play who's in front of you, so that's also is what it is, But yeah, I'm not too. I think there's a strong chance we can get into the playoffs, but I'm not optimistic. That's what I'll say. Just good to be part of the last
The Bills are chasing you guys.
The Bills, man, I don't know about that. Yeah.
We'll end it this weekend.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Nah, you ain't ending anything.
This weekend.
I don't know what their strength of schedule is going to down the stretch. Because I think we play the Falcons, we play the Steelers, we play the Texans, and then is it 4 more games?
Yeah,
4
more.
I forget who the last team is. I gotta check.
Bills have to win out, pretty much.
Yeah, Raiders. We play the Raiders. We play the Raiders. So I mean,
you know what? Real quick. I want you to think about this. You know how many quarterbacks have started in the NFL this year?
Especially in the AFC. They're left missing like 12 quarterbacks.
2 fucking minutes.
57. 57.
What?
57 quarterbacks have started?
Get out of here.
That's crazy. That has to be an unprecedented number, right? Is that unprecedented? Has that ever happened before?
I don't think so.
Probably.
I've never.
Like,
That's crazy.
I mean, the Browns have
how
played.
quarterbacks are done for the year.
Wait, 57?
57 starting quarterbacks.
Did they count Josh Dobbs twice?
They might. That's a good point.
Yo, I mean, the Browns have had 4 different starting quarterbacks win a game.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's true. That is
Flacco looks to be the best one out of them.
Flacco has the same amount of touchdowns almost as Kenny Pickett.
Jeez,
Pickett was supposed to go to the moon this year.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gotten to the crater of the moon.
I think Kenny Pickett has the same amount of touchdowns as Anthony Richardson. Richardson hasn't played since week 3.
Oh, he has the same as Deron Bland. I think.
Yeah.
Deron Bland. Yeah.
Crazy.
It's a really weird year with like injuries and like even in fantasy, like the people who are going to win us championships are somebody you never would have even thought about drafting.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Brock
I
Purdy.
think that 17-week thing is a killer. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
It's just me.
I don't know how I
that
feel about
18-week thing is a killer. Now they're trying to add more games.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn.
They're gonna add more games. They're putting a game in Brazil.
Oh yeah.
I don't even understand that.
Boy, send that joint to
Well, guess what? You know,
Canada's right here. Canada's right here, and they keep bypassing us.
I thought they usually play games in Canada. Don't the Bills sometimes play games in Canada?
now it's fucking cold up there.
They used to. Every now and
They
then.
used to,
they'll
yeah. I
play
think in the
games.
past they used to. They did, yeah.
Yo, so guess what? Apparently, Jerry Jones is owns like a bunch of car dealerships in Brazil.
Really?
Yeah.
He's laundering
He's
money.
on a bunch of strip clubs too.
Sorry, I see what you did there, and you're probably right. But anyway,
I don't think none of us have any room to talk. I'm sure all of our owners own all sorts of stuff.
oh yeah,
They're in all sorts of illicit shit. They all are.
I mean, the biggest pusher of pills in the country is Ursay. Shit.
Yeah.
Relax.
I agree.
Ursay launders his money through his museum. Okay,
I will say this.
he has a
We
music
haven't-
museum.
Watch
We don't
out,
really hear
Kimberly
much
Martin.
about Jeffrey Lurie and them. We don't hear nothing about them.
Yo, that's
Whoa.
because
He does movie production.
It's overshores.
And also, Ursay is old money. It's his dad.
hey, there's a reason why Big Dom has been on the staff since 2000.
He got the pinky ring. Watch out, man.
I mean, shit, we know where Robert Kraft launders his money. All the
Yeah, I know, right?
Massage spas, yeah.
Him and Watson.
Go to
Probably
Boca
own
Raton.
some of them abroad too.
Hey,
Probably-
Sky.
Yeah.
Do you listen to Tom Brady's Let's Go? Are you listening to that ever?
Sometimes, and the most recent one I've heard is what's it called when he talked about Ndamukong Suh. But what were you getting at?
I was just gonna say I don't really listen to it, but he had Gronk on the other day. I can't really listen to Gronk, man. He sounds like
He sounds like a kid. He sounds like a kid, even in what's it
Frat boy.
called? Even
Sounds like
Sunday
a frat boy.
football.
Sounds like a frat boy.
yeah.
Man, that guy.
He does, and even the first time
He's
he acted as an analyst, he looked all coked up and nervous and shit, shaking.
He
Yeah.
probably went partying and came back to host the damn thing afterwards.
Hey, all right. Let's get back. Let's get focused again. Hey, Vitos. Took care of business in the division. Ran right through the Seahawks. You want to talk on that?
Yeah, I mean, it was 2 straight games that we were down in the first quarter, which kind of sucked and was a little annoying. But, first play of the game, Christian McCaffrey, man, I mean, the motherfucker was running in slow motion towards the end. But
Yeah.
the biggest thing that I loved about that first play is Ayuk was on a dead sprint and blocking a man 70 yards downfield. And then when McCaffrey was on the ground, the first person there was Brock Purdy because he was sprinting on the other side. It just shows you how this team is just like, oh, he got upset.
I saw that. That was sick.
But their first drive, Charvarius Ward, trying to wrap up DK Metcalf on a quick out, tweaks his groin a little bit, doesn't come back, so we had to make a shift. And Metcalf had that touchdown pass, and then that was it. He didn't do shit the rest of the game except for body slam Fred Warner. Our defense was solid. Our offense was great. I mean, Debo made Jamal Adams look like a bitch, which was great.
Jamal Adams is terrible.
Jamal Adams is so awful.
He can't cover anyone.
No.
I mean, burn him this week.
I mean, Ayuk had 130 yards. Debo had 160 yards. McCaffrey had like 140 some yards rushing. I mean, it was just it was great. But it's clear the left side of our offensive line is way better than the right because we had like 140 yards rushing behind Trent, and then we had like 20 going to the right. So
Trent should be the MVP for you guys.
I mean, Trent is he's just a massive human.
Why did Commanders let him go?
Like that in Washington.
He wanted out. Commanders. Why would he want to stay in the Commanders? Come on.
I mean, he was there, and
Dan Snyder there. Why would he stay there?
Yo, they lied to him about having a brain tumor, Doug.
I know, right?
Yeah. At that point, yeah, you got to bounce.
Speaking of Commanders, you've seen in the last week, Montez Sweat and Chase Young both talking about how we were already looking towards the end of the season, or I don't know what they're doing over there. Now, I will say Chase Young, he'd be giving up during plays, even since he came to the Niners, but he's in a better situation.
Shoot,
why did you give him to the Niners? Why do you guys keep sending players to the Niners?
Yeah, we got a third round pick. I'll take the pick.
Well, the Redskins, I mean the Commanders GM used to be teammates with John Lynch.
Yeah.
I see. You're in cahoots.
Heck
and
yeah.
then the Titans keep sending everyone to the Eagles. Same.
Yeah.
I don't know the link there.
There's a link there.
Just finessing
a link there. 2 players, man.
That's all I gotta say.
For nothing.
All I know is I just hope we get healthy. You know, both of our defensive tackles are going to be out this week, so we got all backups going to be playing, which is basically going to be Kinlaw and Kalia Davis. Kalia Davis is young. We just drafted him. He got his first sack against the Eagles 2 weeks ago. That was his actual real first time on the field. We just re-signed Jason Verrett because our DBs are just dropping like flies. Jair Brown filling in for Hufanga has been playing great. He actually led the cornerback huddle before the game this past week, which was nice. Greenlaw didn't get ejected, which was cool.
He didn't punch the ball out.
He needs to be tested.
And Brock, Brock was Brock. He didn't make any mistakes. He threw the ball deep. They just played a fairly clean game. I mean, Kyle Shanahan was pissed off after the first half. So, yeah, because it was too close. He thought we left too much out there. Ayuk fumbled the ball after a big catch. So we got to clean shit up, or else, playing against either the Cowboys or the Eagles late in the season, we won't be back from those mistakes. We played the Cardinals, which are dangerous.
Yep.
Because
Gannon is applying pressure.
They got their quarterback back, and they're playing hard for that coach, man. I mean, it was kind of like Kyle Shanahan today said it was kind of like us as the Niners during Shanahan's first year. We started off the season 0-9, but finished the season 6-10. Playing hard. I mean, granted, and that's after we got Jimmy. Well, these guys just got Kyler Murray back, and I think they've won 2 out of their last 3. It ain't going to be an easy game going into Arizona to play it. I mean, and it's a division game. We're a little bit banged up.
I mean,
people might be looking forward to the Ravens game.
Go Cardinals.
If we play solid like we do and stay healthy, healthy is the biggest thing. I feel confident in winning out this season.
Yeah,
bang bang.
I mean, but you also got to play the Rams too. They're trying to make it to the playoffs.
They're gonna make the playoffs. Trust me.
Rams look good right now.
And I was just about to segue to the Rams-Ravens game. If you recall last week, I said the Ravens should win this game, but it's a tricky game because the Rams have gotten healthy again. I remember remember when we played them in week 3 and it went to overtime?
Mm-hmm.
I saw how they are like a poor man's 49ers, as in they have some aged players. The formula is there. Like their running back is back. He's a baller. Kyron Williams, whatever the hell his name is. He opens up the offense. It's like night and day when he's playing. Like
you know what's crazy? Last year was supposed to be his year, right? So we all drafted him at fantasy. He stayed on our bench all year. They got rid of Cam Akers because he was a problem in the locker room and personal issues. Because they knew what they had in Kyron Williams, man. That's why they released Darrell Henderson.
Exactly.
So Darrell Henderson had a lot of good games with the Rams twice. So 2 stints. They finally got rid of him. They're like, nah, we got Kyron Williams. He's like 20, probably 22, 23 years old.
Yep.
That dude is a baller.
He's a baller.
He's nice.
Like he's part of the reason in our league, our fantasy league, I have him on my team, and he's been injured for a good chunk. I started taking L's with his injury. Now he's back. I'm starting to win again. But
team back at 51 points.
Yeah, dog. The Ravens have one of the best run defense in the league. He had over 100 yards on the Ravens defense this weekend.
And guess who they play this week? Us.
Who?
He's gonna have 50. And I'll take it because I need him, brother. I need him this week. Let's go.
I think they're gonna. I actually think they're gonna make the wild card just because of the way they're structured.
Stafford's playing well right now.
Stafford is like he's like an Aaron Rodgers where he's old, but he still has flashes of an elite passer. You know what I mean?
And he's also got a Pikachu that he can just throw the ball out to.
Exactly. The way they're structured, they are a very good, sneaky good football team. Just not at an elite level. I think they're going to make the playoffs. I don't
think I want to face them, like seriously. But
seriously,
you already know when NFC West, whatever division, the West, when teams play, the record's out the window, man. Because late in the season, you could be looking at a 31-28 game or a 10-7 game. You never know.
Yeah. I remember we played them in like week 3 or week 4, and they I was like, what is this team?
I remember that game.
They were up like 23-0, and that was the game that I realized that Anthony Richardson is a real deal. He literally brought us back, and we went to overtime, but they got the ball first, and they scored on a touchdown, so we never got the ball. But that was when I realized, this team is interesting to watch if they go further down without any injuries, because they are very balanced on offense. Like, they run the ball well. They have – and that time they didn't even have Cooper Kupp. He wasn't even back yet. It was through Kyron Williams, through Puka Nacua, tight end spread. And, when you have a good quarterback that has time, of course, he's going to open lanes up for you. The defense is a little aged. But
their O-line is not that solid, though. That's the problem. The O-line.
Yeah, but that's why the running game actually – masked that, you know what I mean? So because when he was out, they were losing games. When he was out, they were losing games. And also, I think Stafford got hurt when he was out too, because everybody focused on Stafford. But now that he's back, they're a dangerous team to play.
I think
Seattle was in a good position like 4 weeks ago when after they beat us. They were in the driver's seat. Not going to say the driver's seat for the division, but they were positioned to make a playoff push. And the last 4 weeks, they're getting up almost 29 points a game. It's like they forgot how to play defense. Their defense was playing.
They got injuries though.
Yeah,
the secondary.
But the Rams swept the Seahawks.
Did they?
They did, didn't they? They're a dangerous team. They're one of those teams that they make.
But they have the tiebreaker over.
I don't know if I want to play them. I don't even think Baltimore expected to be going I don't think they expected it to be that tough. But
if the Rams had a kicker,
I want to finish that game. A return for a touchdown was incredible.
Yeah, that was.
When I saw the weather in Baltimore, I didn't think that the Rams were going to stay that close.
It's the running game. They run the ball well, and because of that, it's like they have capable pass catchers too. So if they run the ball well, it opens lanes up for their pass catchers, and they have a more than capable quarterback.
Pikachu.
We give up 300 yards. We give up 300 yards a game to quarterbacks. So Stafford's going to probably have 400 yards passing this week against us.
But you never know. That's why they play the game of football. You might surprise.
Oh, you always know with us, brother. That's a great.
You guys just need to take over the SoFi Stadium. I don't know if you can.
I have a feeling they're going to sneak into the playoffs, but we don't know. We'll see. Baltimore's looking really good. I think they play Miami next week, so that should be interesting. I'm not convinced with Tua, but Tyreek is out.
He lost his center too.
If Tyreek is out, it should be a walk.
Connor Williams is done for the year. Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He is. Yeah. If Tyreek is out,
though, on the Ravens.
But what's up with Miami's defense? Like they have studs. They have studs on that defense,
especially on the line, and they have Jalen Ramsey as well. I don't get it.
Ramsey and Xavier, right?
Yep.
Xavier Howard.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. And then they got Chubb on the line. I'm like, what's going on? How are you guys just
lost to Tennessee?
Willis.
Tennessee is not a very good team. Trust me. Like we swept them this year. They're not a very good team.
Tennessee wanted to give the game to the
that too.
They did
and this is why I'm saying I'm not quite convinced with Tua. Like that last drive was horrendous.
But you got to understand, Tua obviously is a lot better because of Tyreek Hill. He's still great, or maybe not great. That's not a good word. Tua's a good quarterback. Okay, Tyreek Hill he makes any quarterback look incredible.
Better.
He's going to.
But then again, I think that's also on the coaching though. Like if Tyreek is not in the game, you can't scheme up anything for. You have Jalen Waddle. You got Kane. You got these running backs are like, what are you doing?
Yeah. It's very interesting. Interesting to see how they play Baltimore. With all that.
Where's that game? Miami? Miami or Baltimore?
Miami, because they play Baltimore next.
So are they going to be in Miami for that?
I don't know.
Yeah, they have a tough schedule. So they play Baltimore, then Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They play Baltimore in.
And then they play the Bills too.
Ravens play the Jaguars next week. Sorry, Ravens play the Jaguars next week, and I think they play Miami the week after or something like that.
Miami.
Wait, hold on. They play the Jaguars and then they play the Niners.
Oh, and then Miami.
And then Miami.
So who does Miami play this week?
The Jets.
Miami is playing
Jets.
Is this the game Aaron Rodgers comes back or no? Is this the Christmas?
No, he's not coming back. He's coming back. They said he's going to be medically cleared for Christmas.
But he's not coming back, bro. There's no way.
They gonna sell those tickets.
I don't know, man. He makes more. He makes more money on Pat McAfee's show.
And I swear to God, they're gonna dress that motherfucker out there to hand the ball off one time and then come off the field.
I believe it. Yeah, I can see it.
I can see that.
Like
not throwing
against the Patriots.
Woody Johnson's got to pay for that chain somehow.
The Bills managed to squeak one against the Chiefs. Finally were able to get over the hump and defeat the Chiefs.
Come on, guys. That call was terrible. That was a terrible call. I cannot believe you're forcing the rules against us.
Worst call I've ever seen.
Awful.
Kermit
the Frog. I lost some respect for Mahomes after he said that to Josh Allen, man.
I mean, that was some BS. I mean, I get the thing is this, bro. The refs are doing you a favor, or the umpires are doing you a favor when you stretch your hand and they say you're good or you're not. If you look at the play, dude didn't even look on the sideline.
He actually did. He actually did, but he never waited.
Nah,
he never waited. What do you mean by he never waited?
So when he ran up, he points and then he just turns right back.
Yeah, he didn't see. Yeah, he didn't check again.
Oh, yeah, so when he points, what does the umpire say? No.
The umpire
but he didn't see the umpire's reaction. Yeah, he didn't.
The thing is this: it's up to the umpire. It's up to the umpire.
But the umpire didn't say anything. But here's the thing: he was lining up. They showed like 5 different other plays. He had lined up that offsides 4 other times in the game, and they didn't call it.
But wasn't there a wide receiver, or I know the left tackle they have a lot of shit going on. But like, wasn't there? If there was another receiver in there,
there was another receiver to his left, but he was staring at the ball to his right. So he wasn't looking at anybody. But
I think
it's like he was offsides like that 4 other times and they didn't call it.
Yeah.
But this time they did, and they threw the flag well before Mahomes even attempted the pass. So it's not like the ref knew this might have been one of the coolest fucking plays ever.
And they claim that the refs. They claim. I'm sorry, John. Real quick. They claim that they weren't warned. They're saying that the referees usually would warn you. But I'm like,
here's the thing is this. I think they were talking that shit before they saw all the replays, because he wasn't just like off a little bit, man. The motherfucker was like,
he was
lined up in the secondary.
How though? Like, why is Mahomes chewing him out? Like,
I know. First I thought Mahomes was chewing him out. I'm like, why are you chewing out the refs?
Like, if he's that way off.
Hey, Mahomes said, I hate that they have to throw a flag on a play like that in that moment with a minute left in the game. Not like that's how they got their last Super Bowl.
No, he's just mad because it ruined the touchdown play. That's all that shit's about.
You know what?
Look, Kadarius Toney is not a good football player. One, yes, he caught last year. Whoop-de-doo. But this Chiefs team is not. They're not going to the Super Bowl this year. They don't have EB in all the
They don't have enough playmakers.
They got injuries. They don't have enough playmakers. So this loss to the Bills, that's about the nail on the coffin for them. Now I get it. They could still make a run. So I'm probably going to put my foot in my mouth on this. But this Chiefs team, that's not it, brother.
I agree
with John.
I agree with John.
Their defense got better, but
they don't got playmakers outside of 87.
Rice?
Players.
Oh, I mean, Kelsey's
having a bad season. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not
he's in love.
It's old.
Stay away from Taylor.
Before the season, him talking about maybe he wants to retire, whatever. Like he
even went to buy a crib.
Yeah. So
he's not having his usual crazy work season.
Well, also,
the chocolate, man. That's the problem.
They have no running game. I mean, Pacheco was out this game.
And that was it.
CH is back. He's not a good running back.
He's a bust.
He fumbles. He's a bust.
Who?
He's a bust.
Who?
It's CEH. Edward Hilaire.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's a bust.
I won't be surprised if they turned on his 5th-year option. They better.
He's a bust.
Yeah. He's been in the league for that long already?
No.
Yeah.
I think this is his 3rd year.
No.
No. It's long.
Probably like his 4th.
His 4th.
Like his 4th.
It might be his 3rd. No, Minos is right. Because, like,
he came from LSU, right?
LSU,
What year is Joe Burrow?
Joe Burrow is
he's
already
the same year.
He's the same
Joe
as
Burrow. He's the same year as Joe Burrow.
This is his 4th year.
This is his 4th year.
He's the same year as Joe Burrow.
I'm sure they turned down his 5th-year option. They there's no way they pick it up.
They had to.
Yeah.
So here's the thing: the Chiefs have never played a home. Road. Patrick Mahomes has never played on the road in the playoffs, right?
Yep.
No.
Nope. Always at home.
So
always at home.
No advantage at Arrowhead if you make it in. I don't see it. Buffalo beats them this year.
I think this year Baltimore is winning that. Was winning the AFC. They're the top seed.
I mean, with that defense and Lamar healthy, nobody's stopping Baltimore.
Yeah. I mean, and Denver is only 1 game behind the Chiefs for the AFC West.
Sean Payton really.
Honestly, I can see Denver winning that division.
Denver.
It's crazy.
70 points.
I'm shocked that I'm saying that.
Their defense is playing a lot.
It's right.
That's right.
Well, they're riding with their 4th baby.
But yeah, the Bills play. Who they play again? Cowboys.
Cowboys.
And then who the Chiefs got next?
You got Patriots.
They got Patriots.
Yeah.
All right, Sai, you might pull an upset. The way they're playing, if you play some decent defense, there's a chance. I just don't know what's happening.
In New England.
Just get under Mahomes.
It's gonna be in New England. Yeah.
That was supposed to be the Monday night game that got flaxed, and they put us in the Monday night game.
Is it Foxborough, side?
Yeah, it's in Foxborough. Yeah.
Oh, so you might have cold weather. Well, then again, Kansas City's also cold. So
Kansas City's cold.
Yeah. So
Quaker.
Wait, are the refs going to be pissed? At KC? Are the refs coming for KC?
I know, right?
I can't wait for that Monday night game to watch AJ Brown because I need you, brother, to take me to the next round.
What? AJ Brown?
Jalen needs to distribute the
and
ball.
CeeDee Lamb. I need CeeDee Lamb as well.
Not the only wide receiver. Sorry,
hey, Jalen needs to hand the ball off to Swift, man.
So hand it, throw it to everybody but AJ.
Let's quickly round up some of these other games. The Vikings had the weirdest win over the Raiders. It looked like an old 90s
Let's
game.
not even waste our time on that shit, man.
Yeah.
Broncos took care of business against the Chargers 24-7.
R.I.P. Justin
Looks
Herbert.
like their coach is getting fired.
Yeah.
When? We've been saying this since week one.
At this point, Justin Herbert is done for the year. You're sitting on hot ice. You guys can take Kellen Moore.
Hot ice.
Nice.
Y'all remember that movie Rookie of the Year back in the day when old boy broke his arm and the fucking trainer was like, hot ice? Heat up the ice cubes.
Joe Flacco lights up the Jaguars and then gets put back on the practice squad.
Elite.
No, he starts again this week, doesn't he?
Nah, he's on the practice. Well, they might elevate him, but he's on the practice squad right now.
They need to drop somebody and elevate him quick.
Yeah, because basically you can elevate 2 people from your practice squad weekly without
after they go back.
Yeah, and so he automatically reverts back, and so I think he has 2 more times when he can be elevated and reverted back before he has to be signed to the 53-man roster.
Yeah.
I thought he had one.
I thought they said rest of season. It was Flacco. I'm pretty sure I got a report that said that. I must have read it wrong.
Yeah, they're just waiting for somebody else to get hurt to go on IR.
Is somebody coming back soon? I feel like is it PJ Walker or something? So why don't they just sign him up?
He wants half what Deshaun got.
Worst trade in NFL history.
Y'all leave him alone. Probably has some.
Damn,
dude, his numbers are already like Deshaun's.
You have a great point there.
He's got a better winning percentage as a Browns quarterback.
I know, right?
Joe Flacco became elite when he went 11 touchdowns, 0 picks in the playoffs on that Super Bowl run. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I was joking around earlier in the week. The Steelers should sign Flacco off of the Browns practice squad.
I know they should.
They should.
Minnesota should.
That would hurt though. Damn. But don't they have a chance to match it if you sign somebody off the practice?
Nah, the player just has to agree.
Yeah,
the player can turn it down.
If the Steelers are smart, they will do that. But no, let them not. Let's play them first. And
nah,
they can do
Flacco. I don't think Flacco wants to play this.
Yeah, if I'm the Vikings, I'll sign him.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
He says he wants to stay with the Browns though.
I see.
He likes that defense, huh?
Yeah, he's getting good massage parlor tips.
It's cold out in Cleveland, you know.
Hey! Your phone automatically autocorrects Flacco to flaccid. So hey,
of course it does. Let's do it. Let me do a little test.
Yeah, the Lions actually fumbled the game against the Bears. I don't know what happened.
What's up with the Lions, man?
Golf looked like Rams golf that game.
Hey,
looked like the golf that didn't know which side of the earth the sun sets and rises.
Exactly, that one.
Rams went to the Super Bowl, bro.
Yeah, he was terrible. That's why they lost. He was the reason why they lost that Super Bowl.
That was on top.
Bears are what? 1 game away from the playoff spot?
They are, aren't they? They've
the Giants.
Giants too?
Dog,
Giants are like
the
1 game
last
out of
2 playoff spots right now in the NFC are 6 and 7.
And 7. And they're 5 and 8.
We're only 2 games out then.
So you're saying there's a chance. If the Commanders make the playoffs, EJ is going to be on the sideline with pom pom.
The Bucks squeak one against the Falcons. That was a good one.
Desmond Ritter played well though, man.
Desmond Ritter threw for like
someone needs to win that division. Who's gonna win it?
Probably the Bucks.
Whoever, you know who wins that division? Whoever gets to play them in the first round.
And of course, the Saints beat the terrible Panthers, who probably will pick early again.
Is Carr
Jets upset
healthy?
the Texans. That was a big
Carr needs to retire probably.
Yeah.
Let Jameis 30 for 30 play.
I agree.
You will be entertained if he plays.
Jameis crab legs, man. I like
you will definitely be entertained if Jameis plays. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You'll be entertained at the very least. You will get your 3 touchdowns, but you also get your 4
3
picks.
interceptions.
But yeah, next week, some games to look forward to. The Broncos at the Lions is going to be an interesting game regarding playoff positioning.
We got games on Saturday. Don't forget Saturday. There's 2 games.
Three. I think 3.
3 games. The Colts are playing the Steelers on Saturday.
Ooh.
Thursday's game is garbage. Don't waste your time. The Chargers are at the Raiders. So
3-0.
Hold on. What's going on?
Safety wins a game.
What's going on with Austin Eckler, man? That backfield is weird right now. I don't understand.
Oh, it's called Kellen Moore.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right about that.
Yep. He's being phased out almost. Is he on a contract here, or did they just extend him?
They gave him like some hush money. I think.
Like 13 million or something, right?
Like a 1-year deal. Here you go. Shut up. And then now they're just kind of like, meh.
If Belichick goes there, he's gonna like a back like that. That's versatile. So
they don't have anyone else. Josh Kelly is garbage.
Yeah.
Who's the guy? They don't have any running backs.
Something Jackson. What's the other one? Something Jack. They're all garbage except him.
Jackson.
The Broncos at the Lions. That's interesting. Vikings at the Bengals. Also an interesting playoff implication game for both. Because they're both wildcard contenders.
Mm-hmm.
Buccaneers at the Packers. We forgot to even talk about how the Packers lost to the mob in the Giants. Meadowlands.
You see how Coming to America predicted it in 1988?
Yes, that was hilarious. The Packers of Green Bay.
A big oblong ball made of pigskin.
Oh my gosh.
Fucking
the Jets and the Dolphins is gonna be tricky because the Dolphins, their playoffs hope might slip if they don't get their act together. The Jets,
So the Dolphins have a tough schedule remaining.
Yeah.
I mean, they play the Bills, Ravens, Cowboys.
And I just don't trust Tua, man. Like, I just really don't.
Me too.
If you get him off his first read, which is always Tyreek Hill,
I'm on the same boat. He needs to do more for me to trust. I don't trust him either.
I feel like if you pressure him early on in the game, he gets frazzled.
Yeah, and now that you have
later on in December, he doesn't play well late in the season.
No, and now that you got a backup center for the rest of the year.
Yeah. They need to run the ball. They have good running backs. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
This Tyreek for 2K mission they're on is going to ruin them.
Yeah. No. Titans are playing the Texans. That's a interesting game since our division is not so much for the Titans, but they could play spoiler for the Texans.
Will Levis, man.
Well,
I don't trust him either, but he's tough.
He's balling.
The Texans don't have any receivers playing this week, but guess who? Noah Brown. Let's go, Noah Brown.
Yeah,
I need you,
Noah Brown.
Yo, how many wide receivers do you need this week?
This man plays with 9 wide receivers, 3 kickers, and a defense.
I'm in
Every
the 4
single
league.
lineup is W/R/T.
Hey, I'm in too many leagues, man. Okay.
I hear that. Of course, the Cowboys at the Bills. Cowboys at the Bills will be a big one.
If it's cold as shit, man, I see the Bills taking it.
Well, it's not cold. It's supposed to be like
that's
40,
on Diggs.
If it's cold, I actually think Dallas.
Has Dallas played a game under 70 degrees yet this year?
But the thing is, the Bills don't run the ball. when it's cold, you want to run the ball a bit. Well, then again, they have Allen, who's a running back in his own right.
Hey, what about Gabe Davis?
Fuck Gabe Davis.
Are you starting him this week?
1.7 points, man.
It's like
Gabe, shout out to Gabe Aminos, dog.
0.
He's 20 on your bench.
The Ravens at the Jaguars should be a good game. I think the Ravens should win, but the Ravens at the Jaguars, it should be a good game as well. And
yeah, but the Ravens are going to rattle Sunshine over there, man. He has not been
Browning.
Who? Trevor?
He's talking about Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor's been fine, brother. He's been fine.
He's been throwing picks like Dak used to.
Hey, well, it was only 1 year.
It was this year too.
That's why at the beginning of the year, I said, in my opinion, my humble opinion,
like
if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I think CJ Stroud currently is better than Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
And we will see that. That's what I think. That's what I think right now.
I think a better
someone.
No, I think it's just a better pick. Given what Trevor Lawrence is working with versus what CJ Stroud is working with, I think if you switch them, I think CJ Stroud does more with what he has than Trevor does. But we'll see. We'll see.
Just throw it to Ridley. That's all I ask.
Thank you.
Got him too? You got Calvin Ridley?
Yeah, I got him in one of my leagues. Yeah. And then the Eagles at the Seahawks, Monday nighter. Oh, quick.
Hold on. Wait. We don't play this week?
No. You do. But you're playing the Rams. There's no playoff implications. Well, for the Rams.
Hey, the only 2 games behind.
We got fantasy implications.
He said, whoa. I saw your game, but I was like, I mean, we could talk about you guys being spoiler, but the way the Rams are playing, I don't know, man.
No, for us, we're playing for Marvin Harrison.
On the bright side, I think you have a franchise quarterback. That I do think you have. I do think Sam Howell is the real deal. I just think you need to surround him.
Quickly
I go to the Bears.
You think You think you trade him?
No, I heard he might go to the Bears, bro.
Well, is he a free agent after this year?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how long he signed with us, but EB is
I
not.
also heard your organization has been pleased with him and to see a long-term future with him. I read somewhere along those lines. So,
well,
give him up. Just to sturdy up that offensive line. Probably trade McLaurin or cut him.
Nobody wants McLaurin.
And start afresh. Start afresh.
Hey, we'll take McLaurin.
I would too. But
he would be well. He would be well in Dallas.
Yeah.
Y'all can give us 2 first-round picks, and we'll give you Ayuk next year because I don't know if we can re-sign him.
Bro, I need to pay CeeDee Lamb. We don't even have money for that.
Yeah, we need to pay Pittman as well.
Man,
but
CeeDee Lamb is a monster on that field, man.
CeeDee Lamb is no joke.
Nobody stops him.
No joke. Yeah, CeeDee Lamb is he's the real deal. But yeah, you don't think you have any hope against the Rams? No.
I don't even care about that. The more we lose, the higher we go.
The better at this point.
Only 2 games out. Only 2 games out.
Making the playoffs is not. I don't know, man. Why?
So I get to play you guys in the first round?
I know. Wait. That means you don't have a first round bye if you do that.
We don't have a first round bye. You see the Niners?
Anything's possible, man.
Let me ask you. Playing. Do you think that's a sneaky game against the Cards, or you just? It's a
I do. I think every game is a damn sneaky game. We've lost to the damn fucking Browns and the Vikings.
We didn't have Debo in that game, bro. Debo is a game changer, bro.
To be fair, that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
No, they say that though. But beginning of the year, they weren't even using Debo that much.
Because Debo was still dealing with a knee injury at the beginning of the season. Then he had the fractured shoulder. And then our kicker decided he wanted to miss kicks against Cleveland. And then our defensive coordinator was an absolute. I mean, he went like
zero blitz
against the Vikings. And then the Bengals just were probably the most healthiest they've been all year, and they just whooped us.
Yeah.
But the teams have to scheme differently when Debo's on the field. So when he's on the field, it's good for Kittle. It's good for everybody. Debo's on the field,
Debo is a different animal, man. When he just puts it in his mind, like because our kick returner is out and he's on IR now for the rest of the year. He's the dude that walks into the special teams room and goes, "Yo, I can return kicks."
Yeah.
He's your best player, and he's going in. Yo, I'll do it. Like he's just a dog.
It's like a running back, man.
That's what's missing from our team, though. Think about it. All y'all teams that are making the playoffs, you have a guy that can take the football at any given moment and turn it into a play. On defense, Dallas, y'all have Deron Bland, guys like that. You got Debo, Kwaku, y'all got A.J. Brown. Somebody who could, in the blink of an eye, boom. Oh, the game just changed. Now we have a touchdown in 2 seconds. Like, we don't have that.
That's true.
You had that in Taylor, Jonathan Taylor.
That's true.
Actually, the Commanders do. It's just they just make that play for the other team.
I mean, you have McCarty, you have the tight end, Logan Thomas. You guys are
but he's always banged up somehow.
See, my team is lucky, man. We got 3 dogs: Ayuk, McCaffrey, and Debo, and Kittle 4.
And
Kittle.
Yeah.
Kittle's
cold. I take
Kittle has touchdowns. He's got so many long touchdowns this year. You know,
it's not fair, man. When you play them, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah,
they can beat you in any way.
I mean, you focus so much on Christian McCaffrey.
For me, it's them. And
you gotta take out their quarterback
and the Ravens. It's them and the Ravens that are like.
The only thing I don't see San Francisco doing a lot of is like long, like crazy defensive touchdowns or anything that I can remember. But that could happen also. That's your coach. That's Steve Wilkes, bro. That's his fault. But
the only way you get the Niners is if you're like a team they don't respect. They don't get up for the game. They just walk in.
Yeah.
And then you catch them by surprise.
Yeah.
But if they hear Dallas, Eagles, Ravens, that boombox is out.
When it comes to the Eagles, it's the whiners. You know, they start whining.
I don't want to hear no whining after you this week.
You're still whining after you beat us. Like, dude, you're still complaining about
the penalties.
You're still complaining about Dom, Big Dom.
Oh my God, the flags. They're holding every play.
Still complaining about even after you beat us. I'm like, yeah, you beat us. You still complaining.
Is somebody gonna stand outside the facility every week that y'all lose and put a helmet on with a sign?
Free coffee.
Fuck it, I'll do it. Hey, man, I'll do it.
Yo, and it's funny
but Slay was messed up though. That one
I was about to say, why you put Slay on the trash can?
Slay was messed up. That was messed up.
No play Slay. When they say no play Slay,
well, that was messed up. He had the most tackles. I get that him and what's his name.
Yo, the joke with my people that I sit
Bradbury.
with. Bradbury. Bradbury is trash.
Richie
said that. Yeah. But like, with the people that I sit with, they call him Big Play Slay. They don't call him Big Plays Slay. That means he gets one a game. One. He's Big Play.
I've been listening to Philly radio all week. They turn on their players so quick.
Yo, it is. Well, dog, the game against us, the stadium was half empty midway through the third.
Yeah, they're ruthless. Philly fans are ruthless.
As much as they dish on Cowboys and other teams, they go just as hard on their own players, man.
Yeah.
But you know what? You just gotta hope that Jalen Hurts got his bad games out of the way, man. Because
Well, I don't think his knee is right.
I don't think the OC is good for him.
Jalen does not look 100%. He's been he's good off.
I think losing both coordinators has hurt the team.
I agree with that too.
It's
Steichen out has affected their offense.
Has affected the offense tremendously.
I mean,
there's no creativity in the offense.
Usually, you never lose both coordinators in one season like that.
Yeah,
they lost both.
Both.
And then on the defense, their defense went from like top 5 last year to like bottom 5 this year.
Yeah.
Especially the
he's banged up, right, Kojo? I said Kojo Kweku. He's banged up, right?
Jalen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
his left knee is not. He's not going to complain about it, but it's not 100. It's not healthy enough for him to make those runs.
Yeah, and the thing is, it happened in out of all places, New York.
That damn turf.
Yep. Yep. Out of all places, that's where the injury happened, and it was early in season. I mean, it's just interesting.
I think
but yeah, I get the whole thing about coordinators and all that, but dude, there was something that came out about analytics being used for game planning. I'm like, man, just throw the analytics stuff out the window.
That sounds just like Frank Reich. Good luck.
Yeah, Frank Reich actually said it. He's the one that put it out there. Like, dude,
analytics is cool, but you still got to have that feel for.
Thank you. I think that's the difference.
You got to go out and execute. You have to go out and execute regardless of it.
Yeah. And that was a disagreement between Doug Peterson and ownership because they were trying to go pure analytics, and it's like, dude, nah, man, that's not how I coach.
Nah, we hired an analytics guy. Like, what do they even do? They just sit on the sideline and look at your fantasy team, brother. Like, let us play.
Analytics is going to tell you that Trent Williams is old and slow.
That Philly special, if it had failed, they would have probably, because that was not analytics.
I said Reich lived and died by analytics, and that's why he's out of the league.
And now they want him to come and consult. I'm like, nah, man. Yeah, he got good. Paychecks. I'd rather get Todd Haley. You crazy?
two different paychecks. He kind of wants it.
Two paychecks coming in.
Yeah. He's getting 3 paychecks if he's coming to the Eagles because he's getting.
That'll be 3.
That'll be 3.
3, yeah.
That's a lot of state taxes too.
True.
IRS wins.
We're like an hour 20 in and way over. So last words before we go in to next week. Just go around. I think this week is actually a great week. After this week, we get a little bit more of an idea of this playoff direction. It's been quite an up and down season, and the wild card on both sides are unpredictable right now. So each week is going to count, especially those that are in the hunt. So it'll be interesting to see who shows up. That's my take anyway. Anyone else?
I mean, for NFC, the number 1 spot is still up for grabs, and then you still got wild card spots, and so who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, essentially, our division, the NFC West. I mean, we win this week, the West is done. So,
I think two of you guys. I think you and the Rams are going in.
So Seahawks are not making it?
Nah, I think the Rams are playing better football than the Seahawks right now.
I don't think so either.
I honestly hope we can just not lose another game until September.
I see what you did there, fucking guy.
You're gonna be singing.
Where's the Super Bowl? Vegas.
Any takes for you?
No, what's it called for AFC? For the AFC as a whole, I see Ravens getting the number 1. And as for my team, though, what's it called? I just hope we win another game by next season because the rest of the season, it's like we're done.
Side, just do it.
1, 2, 3, Cancun.
Do what Robert Kraft would,
Just do what Robert Kraft would say. When in doubt, rub one out.
Wow. Rub one out.
1, 2, 3,
Cancun. That rhymes actually. That's a bar actually. When in doubt, rub one out.
Cancun. Quick.
Orchids of Asia days.
It's gonna be an interesting run out for you. How you feeling?
I mean, it's gonna be interesting. Honestly, as much as we need to win out, I could see us losing one of these games. I don't know why.
Would you play this week?
We play the Seahawks. That's probably a win. One of the giant games I could see us dropping.
Not to the Cutlets.
I still like our chances to win the division. I think we're probably better off being the 2 seed or even the 5th seed.
I got a question. Who do the Italians support? Tommy Cutlets or Dom?
Gotta go with Dom, man. Got the pinky ring. Come on,
keep it in the family. It's all
he got
cutlets.
All right.
Cutlets, man.
Interesting.
You got Nick Sirianni, like
That's the New York. That's the New York Italians, not the Philly Italians.
Nick Sirianni too.
You got the 5 boroughs going against the South Phillies. All right.
How he's even scared, man? Like, man, I ain't talking to them two.
Capicola versus Gabagool.
Big Dom.
Right.
Don't mess with Big Dom. He's coming back on the sideline, man. We got some good luck coming up.
All right, if you say so.
Anyway, I know so. Super Bowl bound.
What?
Anyway,
you heard me. You heard me. You going home? It's gonna be bang bang, nana gang, bang bang. They're gonna take you home.
Nah,
ready?
Niners will lose before that.
It's only 3 years in a row.
3 years in a row. Okay.
Not gonna happen.
Okay.
3 years in a row, they're gonna send you home.
So you be representing the Eagles. We've heard it all. Kweku has predicted that the Eagles will be representing the NFC in the Super Bowl this year.
Slow down. I said NFC Championship, Eagles, 49ers.
You said Super Bowl bound.
We're Super Bowl bound, but I didn't say we're going to the Super Bowl.
The NFC
well, because every team gets 2 press passes.
I predicted it last year. This year, I'm being careful.
Wait, I thought you said Super Bowl bound.
We're Super Bowl bound as a word. Well, okay.
You said Super Bowl bound, which means you're going to the Super Bowl. You are representing the NFC.
Going to the Super Bowl, yeah, but I'm still the 49ers. I said the Cowboys are going to be knocked out 3 years in a row.
Covering Tyreek Hill.
I said the Cowboys will be knocked out 3 times in a row by the 49ers.
And you did say you were Super Bowl bound. We're gonna rewind this episode. We're gonna have it next week.
You know what? I take it back. It's gonna be a tough. Nah, seriously.
Where's your chest? Show your chest.
I got a chest, but you got 49er bang bang over there, man. Come on,
42. I got 42. Make you question everything, bro.
Hey, it does, doesn't it?
I'll be the first person.
The Eagles scored more on us than what you guys did.
It makes you question every and anything you ever believed.
Just go stand by the Rocky statue, man. That's all y'all need to do. Come on, he knows. You should go. You should go.
Yo, we actually won on the first annual Rocky Day.
Oh, yeah, but you went in the middle of the night. You should go during the day.
I don't do that. I don't do
Bang
that.
Bang Club Lang.
Bang Club Lang.
Bang Club Lang came in town. Took out Rocky.
Big time. Shout out to Clubber, dog. What's your prediction for tonight? Paid.
It was.
Oh man. Anyway, thank y'all, fellas. Great episode. As the season winds down, it's getting more and more interesting, as the league should be. Thank anybody for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment, circulate it. We'll be back next week to talk about this upcoming week and the preview for the following. It's winding down. We're getting closer to Christmas. It's about that time. And like that, we go.
Peace.